The night is heavy with darkness, casting shadows over everything while a storm rages above in the heart of the storm. The globe seems to be holding its breath. Then, amid the tumult, you hear it. Listen carefully, beloved one. There is no time to waste. The voice is faint, but it slices through the noise like a sword with a weight that makes your heart race. You remain transfixed, feeling the air around you becoming dense, charged with an unearthly force that appears to wrap around you and keep you in place. The storm rages on, but the voice holds your soul. Your guardian angels have come to you with an urgent message that has penetrated through the night storm. Do not turn away. This message could transform your life in an instant. Your mind is full of vivid recollections. Scenes from your recent past appear before you. Days that appeared normal at the time. You envision yourself at work, conversing with coworkers, smiling at neighbors, and sharing moments with friends. But today, as you recall these events, something else comes to mind. Figures in the backdrop have half-hidden eyes, studying you with a different intent. The memories assume a menacing tone. You recall those instances when things did not add up. The awkward silences after you had left the room. Knowing glances were exchanged amongst colleagues. The conversations appear to shift. As you neared, you dismissed them as paranoia. But you now recognize them for what they were. Signs of a growing plot against you. You never saw them, right? The ones hidden in the shadows, smiling in your face while covertly plotting your demise. They've been there all along, and they believe their time has now come. You begin to piece together the subtle ways in which they have attempted to undermine you, presenting ideas that led nowhere. Planting seeds of doubt in your mind, keeping you from opportunities that could have pushed you forward. You can see now that these were not just coincidences, but deliberate measures aimed to hinder you from climbing above. The memories grow more specific and intimate. You recollect the office meeting where a coworker abruptly rebuffed your amazing idea, claiming it as their own. You were excluded from crucial talks, and there were little jokes made about you that made you feel insignificant. At first, you believed it was simply terrible luck. But now, what do you view it for? It was a conscious effort to keep you from gleaming as your thoughts raced over these recollections. A shiver settles in your bones. You can see their fake grins, pretended concern, and the subtle ways they manipulated situations to paint you in a negative light. It's as if they thrived on your failures, waiting for you to stumble. These were neither friends nor allies. They were veiled threats disguised as fellowship. But just as the panic begins to set in, the scene changes. A great, blinding light emerges from the darkness, pushing away the shadows. Your guardian angels appear, their wings gleaming with protective light, pushing aside the terrible powers. But they were mistaken. God has promised that no weapon made against you would prosper. Your opponents may gather in one location, but they will disperse in 1,000 directions. Their traps will never catch you since you are guarded by heavenly protection. The light intensifies, and the figures who once appeared so intimidating now cower in its radiance. The traps they set are exposed, weak against the divine barrier that protects you in this light. You see the truth. You are never alone. Your guardian angels have been with you throughout, protecting, advising, and securing your safety. You feel a surge of vigor as recollections of their machinations fade in the light. The fear that grabbed your heart has been replaced by a strong, unshakable confidence. They believed they could defeat you, but they misjudged the divine protection that surrounds you. Their plots pale in comparison to the hard efforts of your guardian angels to keep you safe. The vision brings you back into the current moment, where you are surrounded by familiar faces from your daily life. You're in the office, at a family event, or out with pals, but something seems amiss. The warm grins suddenly appear strained. The laughter was tainted with something evil. Congratulations on your recent success. Getting the promotion, moving into a new house, starting your business, followed by whispered conversations behind your back at work. You see that the team's energy has changed. Where once there was camaraderie, there is currently an undercurrent of tension. You hear bits of conversations. Your name was spoken in hushed tones, followed by laughing. It stings to find that the same people who once praised your accomplishments are now criticizing them. The jealousy is apparent. Could you sense it? The weight of their jealousy. The bitterness in their hearts when they witness your success. They despise your growth and achievement. So they plot and scheme, hoping you would stumble. However, this is no longer the case now. You recollect events that are now so clear. Conversations in which advice was given for ulterior intentions. Your vulnerabilities were exploited not to benefit you, but to keep you under control. The comments that appeared favorable but were actually intended to create mistrust. The friend who never misses an opportunity to point out your shortcomings. The stress isn't going down, even though it's disguised as domestic anxiety. You realize that some family members who once supported your aspirations are now cold and aloof. Their smiles no longer reach their eyes, and their once encouraging comments now have a slight edge. It's as if your success has threatened and turned people against you. The warmth that once permeated your home has been replaced by a chill that cuts deeply. You recall specific incidents that now sting with the reality of their aims. When your coworkers quietly criticized your proposal in a meeting only to submit a similar one as their own later, or when a family member downplayed your accomplishments by comparing you unfavorably to others. These weren't just casual comments. They were purposeful attempts to darken your light. However, before the doubt can take hold, your guardian angel's voices cut through your thoughts, forceful and unwavering. This marks the beginning of a new chapter in your life, a chapter packed with riches, advancement, and heavenly favor. The days of fear are past. You are now fully protected. As the words resound within you, you feel a weight lifted off your shoulders. The power of envy and hatred dissolves in the face of divine love and protection. You begin to view these issues for what they are, rather than roadblocks to your success. The tests of your resilience. Each act of envy, each word of hatred brings you closer to your destiny. The more they try to bring you down, the more resilient you become. Because you are sustained by a power stronger than any worldly malice. You're surrounded by a new energy that converts their negativity into fuel for your growth. The envy and hatred that threaten to keep you back are now reminders of your power and divine favor. Every day you rise above their machinations, your spirit unwavering and your resolve greater than ever. At work, you start to stand higher, unaffected by murmurs and side glances. Your confidence becomes your armor, and you concentrate on your goals with renewed zeal. At home, you keep your peace, refusing to let the coldness of others dull the warmth of your own heart. The challenges continue, but now you approach them with renewed power, knowing you are directed, protected, and invincible. Your view shifts, drawing you forward in time. You're at a crossroads with a steep and challenging path ahead of you. But you're not alone. Your guardian angels are with you. Their presence provided a soothing light in the impending darkness. You take your initial steps down the path, and problems instantly appear. Obstacles seem difficult, decisions, moments of doubt, the temptation to turn back. But you always falter. Your guardian angels are present, whispering encouraging words and guiding your movements. They show you the road forward, using heavenly insight to illuminate the path. Have no fear. You may have opponents, but they will not win when they gather to judge you. Your Father in heaven will put words into your lips, and they will be forced to remain mute. You will not be vanquished because you are supported by the strength of the Almighty. You envision yourself forging forward with renewed confidence. The steps that were once filled with doubt are now light. Each one is full of purpose and strength. The faces of those who attempted to pull you down blend into the backdrop. The influence is diminishing. As you overcome each hurdle, each impediment becomes a stepping stone that propels you higher. As you continue down this path, you will meet people who have endured similar challenges. People who were formerly lost, uncertain, and fearful. You reach out to them, imparting the knowledge you've received, and watch as their own burdens ease. Your path becomes a source of optimism, not only for yourself, but for everyone who will follow in your footsteps. The difficulties you face become less frightening when you realize they are part of a bigger picture. Each hurdle is a learning experience, and each setback is an opportunity to improve. Your guardian angels will guide you through the roughest moments. Their presence serves as a constant reminder of the supernatural support you carry with you. The journey may be steep, but you tread it with confidence, knowing that you are never alone. At work, you are presented with a critical decision that could alter the trajectory of your career. The strain increases, and you feel the weight of expectations crushing down on you. However, in these moments, your guardian angel's wisdom becomes evident. You follow your intuition, make the risky decision, and watch as it takes you to victory, silencing those who once doubted you. As you move on, the route widens and the once scary impediments appear to recede in the face of your increasing confidence. The light of your guardian angels gets stronger, illuminating not just your path, but also that of those who walk beside you. You are not only moving forward, you are also leading others to their own wins. As you set limits and safeguard your energy, the tension begins to ease. You notice that your relationships with individuals who genuinely care about you get stronger and more authentic. The superficial links that used to deplete you are replaced by connections that energize and inspire. You understand that by choosing to live your truth, you are opening the path for others to do the same. You realize that this path is not only yours to follow, but one that you are destined to pave for others. Each struggle you face provides strength not only for you, but also for people who look up to you. Your guardian angels aren't simply guiding you, they're giving you the tools you need to be a leader. The world around you appears to pause, providing a ray of light for those still trying to find their way back into the present, falling into a state of quiet. Your guardian angels speak again. Their tones were sweet yet full of urgency. There are individuals among you who wear masks, people you believed you could trust yet secretly want you hurt. They seem to care, yet their hearts are filled with deception. But do not worry, we will expose them. We'll show you who they really are. You see images of these people in your thoughts. The coworker who consistently undermines your efforts. The friend that is never really happy for you. The family member that is eager to gossip about your mistakes. The angels' voices become stronger. Their commitment to protect you is evident. You start to ponder on your contacts with these people. You remember feeling drained after a talk. The moments of doubt that emerged after their advice. Your mood seemed to sink in their presence. It's as if the negativity was a fog hovering over you, dimming your lights, draining your electricity, but now you can see them for who they really are. Wolves wearing sheep's attire. You recall specific instances in which their genuine intentions were quietly disclosed. Perhaps it was in the way they spoke about others, the twinkle in their eyes when discussing someone else's misery, or the half-hearted congratulations they gave when you succeeded. These were warning messages from the cosmos, encouraging you to be cautious and protect your energy from those who would drain it. Be wise as a serpent and compassionate as a dove. Isolate yourself from these harmful people. This is not simply for your own peace of mind. It's for your own survival. With clarity, you'll be able to plan your future free of their toxic influence. You feel a strong connection with the words. You recognize that your success, happiness, and even survival are dependent on your capacity to discern who actually has your best interests at heart. It is time to separate yourself from folks that drain you and bring negativity into your life. It is not an act of cruelty, but rather of self-preservation. You begin to pay closer attention, notice subtle shifts in conversations, the way certain people dodge when the topic goes to your accomplishments, or how they minimize your victories while magnifying your faults. It becomes evident that these people thrive on your self-doubt, using your vulnerabilities to keep you under their control. However, as you detach yourself from these toxic forces, you may see through their mask. You have a sense of relief. The air around you feels lighter. Your thoughts are clearer, with each stride away from those who would hurt you. You draw closer to your actual path, which is lit by your guardian angels. The journey ahead may not be simple, but it is yours, and it is devoid of the negativity that formerly kept you back. You begin to set limits to protect your energies and maintain your tranquility. You become more cautious about who you invite into your inner circle, realizing that not everyone deserves to be there. As you do this, you will sense a shift. Your life begins to become more positive as you surround yourself with people who encourage and support you. The harmful forces recede into the background, helpless to counteract your newfound strength and discernment at work. You begin to assert yourself, no longer scared to speak up or stand firm. The co-workers who earlier sought to undermine you realize that their tactics are no longer effective, and they begin to maintain their distance at home. You cultivate relationships with those who actually care about you, taking pleasure in their genuine support and love. The toxic voices that formerly clouded your mind go away, replaced with the clarity and calm that comes from following your real path. The tension in the air rises, and you are shown a vision of yourself standing strong, surrounded by those who rely on you, your family, your friends, and your entire community. They look up to you with hope, seeing you as a source of power in their lives. The weight of their expectations rests on your shoulders, but instead of being overwhelmed, you experience a surge of drive. You realize that your path, hardships, and achievements have all led you to this point. You've been chosen in the same way that Moses was to lead his people and Joseph was to save his family. Your cause is bigger than you. You have a strong sense of responsibility. It is not simply about gaining personal achievement. It's about clearing the way for others. Your successes are their victories, your strength is their anchor. As you glance around, you see the faces of individuals who rely on you, family, friends, and your community. They believe in you. And with that belief, you find the strength to continue working. You see that your colleagues are relying more on you. They look to you for direction and counsel, seeing you as a leader who can help them negotiate their own issues. Your success is no longer limited to personal achievement. It's about bringing others up as you ascend, demonstrating that they too can overcome barriers in their path. Do you see it now? The weight of responsibility is on your shoulders. God has selected you just as He did Moses, just as He selected Joseph. You are meant to be a blessing to many. Your achievement is not solely about you. It's about all the people who rely on you and expect you to stand firm. You see the faces of those who look to you for direction and support. They perceive in you the power that they aspire to. Your achievement is not solely your own. It's a beacon of hope for others who follow your struggles. The opponents you've defeated have all prepared you for this. You are not merely a survivor. You are a leader, a protector, and a guiding light at home. You may feel the shift as well. In times of uncertainty, your family tends to look to you for guidance and wisdom. They see how you overcame your own difficulties and believe you can help them through theirs. You realize that your journey has been about not only discovering your own strength, but also becoming a source of strength for people you care about. As you stand in this moment of realization, you sense the presence of your guardian angels. Their hands are on your shoulders. Their sounds fill your ears. They remind you that you were picked for this particular path, not because it's simple, but because you're strong enough to bear it. You were born for this. Adversity has fortified me, and now you're ready to accomplish your heavenly mission. You experience a surge of power and purpose. The obstacles ahead no longer appear overwhelming. You've been given a heavenly assignment, and it comes with the strength and protection to carry it out. You will no longer just walk your route. You're leaving a trail for others to follow. You feel the weight of your heavenly mission. But it's not a burden. It is a mantle of leadership and purpose. You totally embrace it, knowing that you are supported by the power of the Almighty and shielded by your guardian angels. This is your destiny, and you face it with courage, ready to play the part you were born to play in your community. People begin to regard you as a leader, someone they can rely on to make tough decisions and steer them through difficult times. You understand that every challenge you've endured has prepared you for this moment, and you accept your duty with humility and dedication. Your guardian angels are with you every step of the way, ensuring that you carry out your divine destiny with grace and power.